Some of you aren't even aware that you have unresolved matters. You need to return to where you paused, but with a fresh outlook. Go back to the gym, revisit the drawing board, return to the business, mend the relationship, re-enter the burning building. You have unfinished business. All you need to do is arrive with a new strategy and a new perspective. You have unfinished business. You have unresolved matters. You have work to do. Perspective is everything. Let's proceed. I need you to understand clearly. How you view this situation is crucial. You can't change the past, but you can change how you perceive it. You need to see this differently. Stop complaining about the divorce. Stop lamenting the job loss. Stop grumbling about the relocation. Your viewpoint is your advantage. Thank you for ending things with me. What you did was open another door for someone else to enter my life. Thank you for firing me. You gave me a chance to explore entrepreneurship. I'm not bitter, I'm better. Perspective is what transforms the game. Everyone desires growth, abundance, lifestyle changes, new zip codes, new area codes, but you only read once a week and exercise once or twice a month. The reason you don't have what you seek, the reason what's in your mind isn't in your hands, why it's not your reality, is because your perspective contradicts your potential. You don't have it because you don't see its value. If you believe you've been called to make a difference, to be a game changer, a disruptor, the person who enters a room and commands the atmosphere, if you believe you've been called to be essential and not irrelevant, then everything you do, everything you see, rises and falls on your perspective, your perception, your viewpoint. How do you perceive this? What happens when your perspective, your perception, completely opposes your reality? If you're going to give, grow, evolve, achieve, and become, everything depends on your viewpoint. Show me someone who hates working out, and I'll show you a person who nearly lost their life and was told by the doctor, if you don't exercise, you'll die. One sees it as a burden. One views it as a problem. Another sees it as a privilege. He considers it his second chance, his new lease on life. I have to work out. I get to work out. I have the opportunity to live a bit longer. So one person sees the gym as a prison, and another sees it as a passport. One person came within inches of losing their life, and another has never come close, and he only works out twice a month, while someone else exercises 4 or 5 times a week. The reason you only do it once or twice a month is because you don't see the value. Your viewpoint is either your advantage or your assassin. Your perspective will either motivate you or destroy you. We see a storm, we see rain, and we think depression. We think, I can't do anything, instead of thinking, grass can't grow without rain, roses don't bloom without rain. Number 1, there's one thing I need you to stop saying, and that is, I should do something. That perspective, that viewpoint, that ideology, that philosophy, that mindset will lead you to failure. I should start this. I should stop that. I should forgive. I should. You don't get what you should. You get what you must have. I must work out X times a week. I must forgive. I must evolve. I must become. I must retain. I must grow. I must live. I must evolve. I must reach the next level. I must live in this type of house. I must drive this type of car. I don't care how bad you think your shoes are. There's someone else who would do anything to walk a mile in the pair you're wearing. Marcus, what does this mean? This means that what you're complaining about, what you hate, what you can't stand, what you want to abandon, what you want to give up on, there's someone out there who would give anything to be in your position. So here's what I need you to ask yourself. Is this problem an issue, or is it an opportunity? Some of you have been waiting your whole life for an opportunity. What if losing your job was the opportunity? What if the divorce is an opportunity? What if the bankruptcy is an opportunity? What if losing the one you loved was an opportunity for you to reconnect with someone and forgive them? I need you to see the bigger picture. I need you to have a little gratitude. You need to learn how to smile. You need to work out. I know you hate the gym. I know you hate lifting weights. I know you hate cardio. I know you don't like drinking water. I know you don't like taking care of yourself. You think it's the hardest thing in the world to commit. But there's someone who's in the grave today. And if they had another opportunity to live, they would enthusiastically, with great confidence and courage and consistency, do what you hate just to live a little longer. Find the positive. See the bigger picture. Guard your gratitude. The trial, the tribulation, the adversity, the giant is not your assassin. The giant is your opportunity. Are you going to complain in the face of conflict, or are you going to seize the opportunity? I don't care what it is you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to give, how you're trying to evolve, what you're looking to become. Everything rises and falls on your perspective. Stop complaining about the jealousy and the envy and the backbiting and the person who gave up on you and the person who wasn't present and the person who lied to you and the person who attempted to manipulate and control. I'm not weary. I'm wiser. I'm not toxic. I'm triumphant. I see this thing differently. This season that you've entered didn't come to break you. It came to build you into the man or woman you are destined to be. Change your perspective. There's a reason why they say see the light at the end of the tunnel. If you don't see that light, you're going to lose your mind. You will lose yourself. You will snap in half if you don't see past this. The challenge for many of us is that we've got to see past our present pain into the fruitfulness of the future. The right perspective makes the impossible possible. You cannot change the past, but you can always change your perspective. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. The severity of your problems is a matter of perspective. Change your perspective, and most of them become insignificant. Some of them will no longer exist as problems, but as opportunities. The right perspective is the instrument you need, the tool you need. It's a discipline. It's an advantage. If you change the way you look at things, then the things you see will change. Knowledge, a speech, a motivational moment, they will not sustain you unless you put it into perspective. How will you see the rest of your day? Because how you see the rest of your day will often determine the way you see the rest of your life. Shift your perspective. You can change your perspective. You can change the future. Many of you listening to me right now, you have unfinished business. And you need to go back to that dream, back to that idea. You have a date with destiny. You have unfinished business. It's time for you to go back to the drawing board with a new perspective. It's your viewpoint. And watch this. Your perspective actually shapes your language, and your language shapes your world. And so, if you don't start thinking right, you're not going to talk right. And if you're not talking right, you're not going to experience the world that you see in your head. I don't know who you've been called to become, but what I can tell you is if you keep seeing it the way you've seen it, you will never become it. Everybody wants the next level. Everybody wants wealth and influence, and everybody wants to be this esoteric novelty. But listen to me. You will never experience any of this showing up in your next season with the same viewpoint. The right perspective makes the impossible possible. Thank you for watching. Join us on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe.